What is up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today I had an idea that isn't too original, but I have been wanting to do it for a while, but for some reason it's just been deterring me. I don't know why. I've just felt like I didn't know how to do it, but I feel like it's so simple. We are going to be replacing this shift boot, this leather shift boot. So, in order to stop myself from procrastinating any longer, I am going to start taking it apart right now so that I am committed, because then I won't be able to put it back together. Alright, so first things first, we're going to turn it inside out, and I'm going to snip this little zip tie. Let's see if we can just break it. Well, it just came off, so that works. Alright, so now I am committed. I have to do it at this point, which is kind of cool. So I'm actually not going to go any further right now. I'm going to go pick up the new fabric. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to kind of think about it while I'm at the store. We are back. And we got the material. Like I said, I wasn't sure what the heck I was going to do, like a suede or like what color. I had no idea. We stopped by this shoe repair place, and they just so happened to have this red leather that perfectly matches the color of the car. I am either thinking that it's gonna look really, really good or really, really cheesy. So let's get into it and we'll have to find out. So as you guys probably know already, I don't have any idea what I'm doing really. I'm gonna kind of just try to mimic the stock shift boot. So I'm gonna like actually take apart the stitching and just try to figure out exactly how they did it. And I'm also going to use these pieces of leather from the stock boot as like a template on the new piece of leather. If you guys have gone batshit crazy like me and you're looking to do this, there are 4 screws right here on the bottom that you're going to have to remove to be able to remove the shift boot from this plastic shroud. These screws are a T20. Luckily I just had one right here in this kit, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw it on my screw gun. It'll be nice and easy to take off. Frick screwdrivers. That's how it's done here, boys. Alright, so I'm about to just take a picture of this with my phone. If you guys are ever doing jobs like this where you don't want to mess something up, just take pictures along the way, and it really helps like figure out exactly how things are supposed to be later on when you're putting it all back together. Alright, so the next step, I guess, is to start removing the staples from this plastic surrounding piece. So I'm just unbending the staples and then just pulling the leather off. Alright, boys, so I have the boot taken apart here. I have the individual pieces of leather, and I think they're exactly the same. I feel like it would make sense. Oh, nope, actually this one has some crazy cutouts. So I'm gonna make 2 different traces on this red piece of leather, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I'm just making a note for myself right here that these 2 edges are going to need an extra 1/2 inch of material past this line, just because when I go to stitch this, it's going to, so like essentially how it's going to work is the pieces are going to be like this. So the outside will be facing me, and I'm going to go ahead and run the stitch here and here, and then when I'm done, turn it inside out, and the stitch will be holding it together, but this will be folded in. So maybe I can make it look like that. It's essentially going to be like this, but obviously a lot tighter and a lot cleaner. That's what I'm going for. Hopefully it looks good. If it messes up, I have a ton more material to work with, so I guess it's time to start cutting.
Cute.
No.
All of Amy's friends.
Alright, boys, I'm going to be real with you right now. I know absolutely nothing about stitching, but so far, putting this string, this yarn, whatever this is, what is this called? Thread?
Yeah.
Putting this thread through the needle was like the hardest thing of this job so far. So boys, I just frigged up the camera twice, and it's starting to get on my nerves a little bit, but essentially what I did here is I took a needle, put a little bit of thread through it, which was probably the hardest part of the job so far, and it's nice and doubled up. Put a little knot at the end, Jesus. Put a little knot at the end right here, and then I just went through both pieces and then back through the other way. And if you notice, the inside of the leather is facing out. So like the good sides are in. So we're just gonna stitch all the way up this edge, and I think all the way up this edge, and then we're gonna pretty much be done. You just turn it the right side, like right way, inside out, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you got yourself a shift boot, so let's get her done. Alright boys, so it's actually looking pretty good so far. I'm just gonna keep it going until I'm done, and I'll show you what I get when I'm done with this side. Alright boys, so I'm gonna be honest with you here, I kinda took an L yesterday. I just got so focused on doing this shift boot that I actually forgot to record. I know that sounds stupid, which I apologize, but I did finish the shift boot, and I'll walk you guys through how I did it. So here it is. It looks okay. Right now it doesn't look the best, and I think because this shroud is still gray, but I'm actually about to just plasti dip it black for now. Plan on wrapping it as soon as possible, but I'm just gonna plasti dip it black for now, just for the meantime. And how I did this shift boot is, like I showed you guys, I did the stitching, both sides. Once you're done doing the stitching, you just turn it right side out, so it's, you know, the right way, so you don't see the stitches anymore. You have the leather side, not the suede side. Just so that you can check it, make sure it looks good. You'll basically just have a triangular piece of leather that's stitched together. And there's this little hole in the top for this piece. I don't even know what this is called, but so it was a little bit sketchy because I had like way too much material up at the top. Cut a little slit right here, and I cut a little slit on this side. And I just bunched up that bit of leather because there's just way too much to be able to fit all this under there too. When I did that, I had Kearney actually hold it and pinch the leather together while I ran the zip tie. And then when I put the zip tie in, I just pulled it as tight as I possibly could and snipped it off. It really wasn't that hard. The only thing that you have to be careful of is the orientation of this piece. You just want to make sure that you put it, don't get confused and like put the good side here. You want to put the good side down when you're looking at it in this position. Put the good side down so the bad side's at the bottom. That way when you turn it back the right way, the good side is facing out. You can see it. Overall, this really wasn't that hard of a job. It looks cool. I'm not too sure yet if it looks tacky, but I was driving around this morning and it does look really cool, and since the leather's so fresh, this stays really pressed up nicely against my shift knob. So it's like you don't see any of that like stem for the shift knob or the shifter, whatever. It looks better. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and plasti dip this shroud, and I'm actually gonna do the emergency brake handle too, just for shits and giggles. It's broken anyway, so I have to get another one from a junkyard or something. So I'm gonna be doing that, putting all this back in the car, and I'll give you guys some glamour shots. Alright boys, so it turned out pretty good actually. The only reason that I plasti dipped this is, like I said, I'm going to be wrapping a bunch of these trim pieces. So anything that is this color, that is in this interior, will be getting wrapped black. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to go black or like this gold dust color that's black with a little bit of gold flake in it. Black looks really, really good, so I might just be going straight black. But let me know what you guys think. I feel like gold dust would be really, really cool. Anyway, this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it like sits right up against the nut, and you can't like see the stem, so it looks a lot better like that. One improvement that I would make if I were to do this again would be to probably use a little bit less material. Use a little bit too much leather, I think, and it just is too bunched up for me. I like them a little bit tighter. Or at least like if this leather were a little bit looser or like more worn in, it would be better. But hopefully over time it'll loosen up and become less tense. Might sit a little bit better, we'll see. So boys, as always, I'm Johnny Knowles. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Also, please hook your boy up and hit that subscribe button and or the like button. Just pick one, it'd be awesome. Thank you, bye.